Hi, I'm Andrew Lowe. I'm a professor of finance at the MIT Sloan School of Management, and I want to welcome all of you to 15482 Healthcare Finance. Ever since the financial crisis, a number of people have gotten the incorrect impression that finance is evil and the source of a lot of our problems. While it may be true that there were bad actors in the financial industry, we have to keep in mind that finance is a means to an end, not an end unto itself. And we have to embrace that notion and realize that by using finance in the proper ways, by taking into account risk, by making sure that investors are fully aware of those risks and are comfortable with them, we can take tremendous resources and channel them to do a lot of good. Finance doesn't have to be a zero-sum game, and if we use it properly, we can actually do well by doing good. I have the privilege of being your guide for this course, and I want to tell you a little bit about my background. I should start by saying that I am not a healthcare economist. My training is in financial analysis, quantitative investing, and risk management. But over the course of the last few years, I've gotten interested in healthcare because a number of friends and family have been dealing with cancers of one type or another. And it was really through that process of trying to understand what they were going through and trying to be helpful to them that I came upon some really interesting conundrums in the healthcare industry. For example, how is it the case that there have been tremendous breakthroughs in the science and medicine of dealing with some of these terrible diseases, while at the same time funding, particularly the early stages of drug discovery, has become scarcer and more difficult to secure? It turns out that finance plays a critical role in that aspect, and so the journey that I'm going to be taking you on takes all of the various different ideas in finance and revisits them in the context of life sciences. This course is unique in that we're taking cutting-edge concepts in financial engineering, things like portfolio theory, real option analysis, machine learning and big data analysis, and applying them to specific contexts in the life sciences, all the way from biotech startups to analyzing drug development projects to big pharma cost of capital calculations. After taking this course, you'll know how to calculate the economic value of a particular drug development project. You'll know how to evaluate the risks of various different pathways that you might follow for a given project. For example, milestones that may or may not be met, how to take into account the flexibility or option value of a particular set of projects, and how to simulate various kinds of scenarios so you can analyze the risks and rewards of investing in biomedical projects. There aren't any formal prerequisites to the course. We really try to cover all of the different background materials that we need for being able to understand the concepts of applying finance to various healthcare settings. However, if you have an interest in healthcare and you know something either about the life sciences or the biomedical industry, and if you have some kind of exposure to basic economics, that would be helpful. But if not, no worries. We'll be developing all of these ideas along the way. Let me close by welcoming you again to 15482 Healthcare Finance. If you care about the future of life sciences and how they apply to various kinds of industrial settings, this course is really designed for you. By working together, I'm hoping that we can change the financial industry and the healthcare industry for the better. Thank you.